Yeah, there it is. I gotta put a weight around it. That's what there is to it. I mean, I could take the foam off it and just let it drop to the bottom. Alright, we're in here. Yeah, here we are. I don't know why I came here, because I don't think it's in here. Got a lot of marine cords, float rope. That's got a throw ball on it. So if somebody's in, you can throw them a line. And the rope will float so they can grab the rope if the ball goes too far. That's why you like float rope. Plus when you're trying to pull somebody in or swimming in, you don't want it to get tangled up in your feet or your arms. So as long as it's above the water, you're okay. And there's a throw ring. Those were my days of boating. Some good days, some exciting. Exciting sometimes weren't so good at the end. We went out, we got a call one day. I forgot what we were doing. We got a call. So Denny was with us. We were on his boat actually. And a call came in from the Branford Fire Department, their fire boat. There were 2 people stranded in like a 14-foot flat bottom boat. And apparently they had an outboard on it, you know, a little 9-horse or something. First of all, you know they shouldn't be out where they are with that kind of a boat. Not unless they had a little bit more dependable or a little bit bigger motor. 15, 20, 25. Anyway, long story short, we go. When we get there, it was a guy, 50s, mid to late 50s, and a woman who appeared to be, I don't know, European, Filipino, you know. Anyway, she's sitting in the front. He's sitting in the back next to the motor. It won't start. They see us coming. They start waving. We pull up nice and slow because we don't want to start a wake. We're telling them, sit down. And, you know, we're doing this because we don't know if they understand English or not. So they sit down. And as we started getting a little closer to where I could almost touch the boat if I had to, she was gray. I'm talking serious seasickness. I mean, you can just tell. You know, I mean, when you're out there and you see it happen, you know it. It's just... So I told Ray, I'm throwing her a line. You know, now we're really not supposed to throw a line until we get an okay. But if it's an emergency, we're throwing a line. Screw it. So I threw him a line. You know, and we decided to tow him in. At least get him into the Branford Harbor, get him tied up to the gas dock or something, so they can get some kind of medical assistance or mechanical. And so Ray called in and said, Buzz just threw him a line. And I said, well, let them know that they're seasick. The female is seriously seasick. So at that point, naturally, they're not going to say anything. But it was tough. You know, they're out there and they're not prepared. Nothing's going to happen. I don't care. Have a few flares in the boat. Don't waste them. Have a radio in the boat. Don't count on your cell phone. Right? If you are counting on your cell phone, is there somebody else in that marina that you know that you can call if you need help in some way, shape, or form? If you have a Coast Guard auxiliary in your lake or wherever your area, call. Try them. Right? If you don't, start one. You can use your boat as a flotilla, as a facility. And in most states, they will give you a credit on all your taxes. So you don't have to pay any state taxes or anything like that. We didn't have to pay any registration either. So, all right, so it's not there. Let's go over here. And if you started a flotilla and you get a few of the members off the dock to join, the either auxiliary that's closest to you will either come down and start training you, or they'll have the Coast Guard come down and do some training. You know, basically the training is, search, rescue, throw, what to throw, not throw, float rope, no float rope, the 4 stages of a fire. It's all, well, I don't want to use the word common sense because it's not common sense to some people. But at that point, it's easy. And then they'll say, okay, let's jump in your boat and go for a little ride. They may have you do a man overboard exercise. Not that you're throwing anybody overboard, but you pretend that there's a man overboard or a person overboard. A body, a soul. And then you have your pointer. Anyway.